Alright, I ended up buying the JD jetting kit here for my altitude as it kept getting warmer. As the summer goes on, we're getting up into the 80s and 90s. The warmer it keeps getting, the worse the bike keeps running. The leaner or the richer mixture, because I'm getting less oxygen again into the bike. So I looked around, I've been looking and looking, and I can find the pilots and the main jets that I need. I'm just having trouble finding the right needle. And so anyway, I ended up breaking down and buying the JD jetting kit, and so that's what I'm going to put on right now. Right now on this bike I have the 410 main, 35 pilot, and the comes stock with the bike, the I think it's the 44. I have to look at it again real close. So we'll open up this JD jetting kit. Alright, so with the kit, sticker, here's their, looks like their little dyno chart, telling you what to jet this thing at. So as we go through this, the JD jetting kit for the 2017 Husqvarna TX300, we're going to come down here. It's going to tell us, so we got a category here for technical and trail, and we got a category over here for racing and open desert. So technical and trail, 2 to 7,000 feet, 5 to 10. I'm sitting right at my house at 47 something 100 feet. So probably right in here. I can mess around with the clip position depending. So 30 for the pilot, clip position number 3, and the 410 main jet. So in the kit we've got, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 mains and 1 pilot. We've got the blue needle. It's got a dab of blue on the tip of that needle. And we've got the red needle. So the color coding over here, red and blue, it's telling you the blue if you're at this elevation to use the blue needle. And for my elevations, I'm going to go with the red needle. Looks like it comes with 2 new top of the carb screws if you need those. And then this is how they do their 0.5 system. You can see on here some of the clips are a 3 position, 2.5, a 2, 3.5, 3, 2.5. So what they're doing is they've got this washer right here that's right in the middle there. You put that on there on the needle between the clip and the bottom of the slide in here, and that gives you a half position. So for mine, again, I'm going to start out with this 2 to 7,000 feet. So I'm going to go with the 30 pilot. And the 410 main, I believe, is what I already had in the bike. Yep. So I already had a 410 main, so I had the main jet. And the bike itself, when it came stock, 35 was the leanest pilot jet that you could do. So now right here with the kit, I've got a 30. It might not show up on the camera, but that's a 30. So we're going to go with that one. Put that 35 off to the side. I'm going to stick with my 410. And then here's my stock needle. And I'm going to go with the red. So So here we have the red. You can see it now, it's got the red tip. So if I were to compare the red to the one that came stock, I can already tell that it's a thicker needle, especially down here on the point. The stock one, let me use this to kind of point out. The stock one really tapers off right through here especially, and this new one is really quite a bit thicker right there at the end portion of the shaft, and so that should help lean it out quite a bit, especially since the problem is right in that paper strap right there. And then it's wanting you to run it in the third, let's say in the third clip position. So right here, if you weren't aware, from the top of the needle, that's where the clip positions begin. So this would be the top. So 1, 2, and 3. So the third position down is where it wants this clip to be on this one. If I were to drop it down to 2, well, that would lean the bike out even more, meaning because that's going to take the needle and seat it down further into the carburetor and restrict more fuel. So 3, 2.5, and 2. So we're going to go with the 3. And then later I'll mess around with the ride and try the 2.5, lean it out just a tiny bit more. So I have to do this with 2 hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this clip right off, just on a hard surface. Push it down, and it'll come right off. Okay, readjusted this so the camera would have better position. Okay, so in the kit, like I pointed out, it's got the washer that would go here with the needle to give it the 0.5 gap spaces. Well, then they've also included this spacer ring right here. And this spacer ring, they want you to put down inside the slide, down inside the hole here, where you thread it and lock the needle as well as the cable. So drop that in, and then you just need to look down in there and make sure it sits down in there flush. Okay, so it can be pretty hard to show it here on the camera because it's just too dark, but down inside there, that's seated down inside there. Alright, because I'm not doing the spacer right now, I'm just going to 3. I'm not going to put this on. So I'm going to take my clip, and again it was 3 positions. So 1, 2, 3. Oop. Alright, make sure you get it on there before you let go. So the best way to get it on is to get it started on that 3rd position and then press on a flat hard surface. Okay. So right there I've got it in the 1, 2, or 3 position. Just kind of roll it, make sure it's seated all the way around there. Alright, so this needle gets dropped back down inside the slide. There's the locker for it, lock ring and throttle holder, cable holder. Seat that down. Make it snug. Here is the stock needle. That was one of the ones provided with the bike. And this one that I was running, that was working fairly well until it started to get warm, is the it's hard for my eyes to read. I wrote it down before. Just look up what I wrote down. So this was the 4473 that came with the bike. Just gonna put that off to the side. Alright. Now right here I've got the new Pilot, which is a 30, sticking with the same main that I had already, was running 410. Okay. Put this Pilot in. Rotated the carburetor up. Rotated up. You can access down inside there that big hole you see right here. This first one, well, that's for the main jet, and this Pilot jet just goes right back in here. The side of it, deeper in there. Slides up in there. Got it in the cavity. Just your standard screwdriver. Just carefully seat it up in there. Thread it in. And once it bites and it's in there tight, just kind of snug it up. And there you go. Grab my 410 main jet. Just goes right there. Then just snug it up. Bottom make it float. Drain plug. And 17mm, just snug it on there. No need to go ham on any of this stuff, just make it snug. And now we put the needle back on, or the slide and the spring. Right here, you can see the mouth of the carburetor right there. So, just gonna grab the
table first. Give me a little more. I had a guy comment about threading the spring on rather than doing it this way. Well, kind of now as a matter of principle, I have to do it this way to prove that it wasn't as hard as I made it look the first time. But my need to prove myself might be in vain here. Alright, that's there. Make sure it's in there all the way. Seat the plastic retainer cap in there. Like that, boom. So, there it's snapped down in there. Plastic retainer's in there so the cable doesn't come off. And now, we just need to feed it right back down inside to the carburetor. Take out a little bit of the cable slack. Just gently kind of work it back in there. And slowly stand the carburetor up. That'll help the needle line up, but don't go too far just yet. There it goes. And it's in. Line the cap back up. There's screws. Get that one started. Once it's started, we'll get the other one started. Just take your flathead screwdriver, rotate the carb a little bit how you need to. Make sure you got enough slack in the cable now. And just tighten these back up. Again, there's no need to go like ham crazy on these things. Just snug them up. Stand the carb up. Power cable. And make sure. Good. Come back around the other side. We'll just stand the carburetor straight. Make sure it's how you want it. And we'll tighten the front and rear clamps back on the airbox and the cylinder clamps.